Picture this. You're an offensive lineman, focused on your assignment, and suddenly, wham! A freight train of a hand cracks you across the helmet. Your vision blurs, your ears ring, you forget what play you're running. Welcome to the head slap era, where defensive linemen could legally scramble your brain before the snap even finished. And nobody weaponized this move like Deacon Jones. The Hall of Fame pass rusher turned the head slap into an art form, equal parts violence and strategy. He'd crack guys so hard they'd lose balance, forget assignments, and question their career choices. Jones called it psychological warfare. Opponents called it assault. The NFL called it entertainment. Until the concussion studies started rolling in. By 1977, the league finally banned it, rebranding it as illegal hands to the face. Now it's a 15-yard penalty and a highlight reel reminder of just how brutal football used to be. But if you thought sticky hands were gone forever, you'd be wrong. Stickum. Imagine trying to intercept a pass only to realize the receiver's hands are literally coated in industrial-strength adhesive. That was stickum, the cheat code of the 70s and 80s. Players like Fred Biletnikoff looked like they'd been dipped in molasses. And Lester Hayes took it to another level. This man didn't just put it on his hands. He coated his forearms, his towels, even his socks. He looked like he wrestled a jar of honey before every game. And it worked. 13 interceptions in 1980 alone. Teams started complaining. The league started investigating. And in 1981, Stickum got the axe. But here's the kicker. Modern NFL gloves are basically legal Stickum. The only difference? Marketing. You can't slap it on your arms anymore, but you can wear gloves that catch better than most human hands ever could. The NFL didn't ban sticky hands, they just rebranded them. And speaking of things the NFL tried to ban but couldn't quite kill, let's talk celebrations. Celebration props. The early 2000s were peak NFL chaos. Players were hiding cell phones in goalposts, pulling Sharpies out of their socks, and celebrating like they were auditioning for Broadway. Joe Horn's infamous flip phone celebration in 2003, $30,000 fine. Terrell Owens autographing a football mid-game and handing it to a fan, fine. Celebrating on the Cowboys' star, fine, and a rivalry for life. The NFL hated it. They called it unsportsmanlike. Fans called it legendary. So the league cracked down hard. No props, no objects, no creativity. For years, players could spike the ball, and that was it. Anything more? Flag, fine, lecture. They've loosened up recently. You can dance, do group routines, even fake CPR. But props? Still banned. So if you're thinking about hiding a cell phone in the padding like it's 2003, just know you're about to cash out your entire game check. But celebration bans weren't the only way the NFL started protecting players from themselves. Horse collar tackles? There are brutal tackles, and then there's the horse collar, the kind that makes you wince even watching the replay. You're running full speed, and suddenly a defender grabs the inside of your shoulder pads from behind and yanks you down like you're being pulled off a cliff. Your knees buckle, your ankles twist. You hit the ground in ways the human body wasn't designed for. Roy Williams made this his signature move, and it worked, until 2004 when he horse-collared Terrell Owens and broke his leg. That was the tipping point. The NFL realized this wasn't just dangerous, it was becoming an epidemic. So, in 2005, they banned it. Now, grabbing and pulling from the back of the pads or jersey inside the collar, that's 15 yards, no questions asked. It was one of the first rules banned specifically for player safety, not sportsmanship. And it opened the door for a wave of injury prevention rules that would reshape the game. And nothing reshaped special teams quite like this next ban. The wedge block. Kickoff returns used to be absolute carnage. The return team would form a wedge, 3 or 4 massive linemen locked shoulder to shoulder, sprinting upfield like a human battering ram. Their job? Clear a path for the returner. Your job as a coverage player? Run headfirst into that wall at full speed. The collisions were sickening. Spines compressed, necks snapped back, helmets flew off. It was gladiator football, and the injury rate was through the roof. By the late 2000s, concussions on kickoffs were skyrocketing. and the NFL had a PR problem. So in 2009, they banned the wedge. Now only 2 players can form a wedge on a kickoff return. It was one of the first major steps toward making kickoffs safer, or at least less horrifying. And it signaled the NFL's long-term plan to quietly phase kickoffs out altogether. We're still watching that plan unfold. But player safety wasn't the only thing the NFL wanted to control. They wanted to control how players looked. Custom cleats. In the NFL, what you wear on your feet is almost as regulated as how you play. For years, players had zero freedom. Chad Johnson tried wearing bright gold cleats. Fined. Marshawn Lynch wore all gold cleats, got warned, wore them again anyway, and was told mid-warm-up, change them or you're not playing. He changed them. But the ultimate cleat rebel? Odell Beckham Jr. In 2019, he wore cleats that looked like Joker shoes. Red, purple, glittery chaos. The NFL sent a notice at halftime. Change them or you're done. Now, they allow some creativity during pregame warm-ups. But during the game, your cleats have to match your team's base colors. No crazy gradients, no anime decals, no light-up soles. It's the no fun league, but make it fashion. And fashion control extended way beyond just cleats. Uniform tyranny? The NFL's obsession with uniform control is legendary. In the 80s, Jim McMahon wore headbands with brand logos and messages, including one that just said Rozelle, trolling Commissioner Pete Rozelle. Fined every time. Eventually, the league banned all writing, logos, and messages on headbands. Chad Johnson tried wearing a jersey with Ocho Cinco before he legally changed his name. Font violation. The league also banned off-brand logos on accessories, visible undershirts with writing, bandanas, unauthorized towels, and hand warmers. If it wasn't part of your issued uniform kit, it was illegal. You could throw a 50-yard bomb, but heaven forbid you wore a Nike headband instead of a team-issued one. But the most restrictive uniform rule? Jersey numbers. Jersey number restrictions. For decades, the NFL had a strict code. Quarterbacks wore 1 to 19, running backs 20 to 49, wide receivers 10 to 19 or 80 to 89, linemen 50 to 79. It made things easier for refs, but it killed player identity. Guys coming from college had to give up their favorite numbers. That's why you never saw a wide receiver wear number 3 until 2021, when the NFL finally relaxed the rules. Now, receivers, defensive backs, running backs, and even linebackers can wear single digits. Old school fans hate it. But the NFL sells more jerseys now, and that's all that really matters. And if you think jersey restrictions were wild, wait until you hear about face masks. The one-bar face mask. For decades, NFL players looked like they were wearing Halloween costumes. The one-bar face mask was iconic, a curved metal smile that offered zero protection. You could fit your whole fist through it. Punters and kickers loved it because it didn't obstruct their vision. Even Joe Theismann wore one, until Lawrence Taylor broke his leg on national TV, and the NFL started rethinking helmet safety. In 2004, they banned the one bar for new players. Anyone already wearing it was grandfathered in, which led to Scott Player being the last guy in the NFL to wear one until 2009. He looked like a time traveler. When he retired, the one bar retired with him. But equipment bans weren't just about safety. They were about fairness. Choosing your own game balls. Back in the day, teams used to provide their own footballs and condition them however they wanted. Scuffed, softened, slightly deflated. Whatever made them easier to throw. Then came Deflategate. In 2014, Tom Brady was accused of using underinflated balls, and the NFL lost its mind. Brady got suspended, the Patriots got investigated, and the league changed the rules forever. Now every game ball is checked, logged, and delivered by the league. No rubbing, no doctoring, no funny business. Quarterbacks can still try to break them in, but they have to do it within the rules, or risk a months-long federal investigation. And the control didn't stop at equipment. Reflective cleats. If your cleats are too shiny, you can be forced to take them off. The league says it's a distraction, too much glare. Odell Beckham Jr. wore custom cleats so reflective they looked like chrome. At halftime, officials told him, change them. or you're not coming back in. It's not just color, it's material. Even Nike or Adidas approved cleats have to fall within visual guidelines, which is code for don't stand out more than the league logo. But standing out was exactly what some players wanted to do. The fumble-rooski. The fumble-rooski was a trick play where the quarterback would intentionally place the ball on the ground, technically a fumble, and another player would scoop it up and run the opposite direction while everyone chased the wrong guy. It was genius. It was chaos. It worked. Nebraska ran it for a touchdown in the 1984 Orange Bowl. The NFL took one look and said, "Yeah, no." They rewrote the rulebook. Any planned fumble or forward fumble can't be advanced by anyone but the original ball carrier unless it's behind the line of scrimmage. Translation: no more fumble-rooskies. No more accidental drops with a plan. If you drop it, it better be real. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click this video on the screen for more.